All right. What's up, Team Gang Friends? Villain Man's here. I want to say welcome to tonight's live, or if you're watching the replay, whatever it is. Either way, I want to say welcome. We have the family inside. A little disclaimer. I always must say, it's particularly more so now than ever. If you hear kids wilding in the background, they're mine, and they are wilding, but I love them more than anything, my family. And this is actually why I do what I do. Quick backdrop on myself is, look, what's going on, let's just get into it. What's going on in the world right now is unprecedented. It's just, I call it insanity, a lot of it, and we see it. I mean, we see a lot of craziness going on, and there's a lot of uncertainty about the future. And some people are panicked. Some people are just taking that trip down negative town. I get caught up in a lot of rabbit holes myself. And so tonight's message really is to bring hope and really show you something that's incredibly interesting to me. Something like I've never seen before. I've been involved in network marketing, online marketing for 12 plus years now. To back step from there, I was a New York City police officer for 11 years. At the age of 20, I got started as a cop, as a police officer. 11 years, then I was 10 years with the fire department, and I got started in network marketing when we realized I didn't have enough money to pay the mortgage and the car payments and the credit cards and for all the kids and everything else. Jen was working full-time. I'm working full-time. 2 jobs I was working full-time. We recruited the grandparents. They started watching the kiddos. And at that point, I says, I need something else. It's funny because I had a friend of mine that was inviting me to one of these things, and I just kept not showing up. But that was that, and it be that as it may. So, in the process of that, in the last 12 years, I've been a diamond in 3 different companies, which means multiple 6 figures in multiple companies. 5 different companies. I had car bonuses and literally trips around the world. We've had just an incredible life, an incredible run. And in that time, I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot as far as this business. I've seen the evolution of this business. And I think really more now than ever, people are looking for something like this online, something that they can do. And, I've learned that a lot of people ask the wrong questions, including myself. And, a lot of people get started with these businesses because they'll see a presentation and they'll really like a product, or they'll try a product and they'll get started, or they'll like the culture, or they think it will be a boom type of product in the market. And, I learned from experience that's not the case. So tonight I'm going to talk to you about Be Epic and this company that just, it's this real anomaly right now. What's happening. It's the most lean business model I personally have ever seen. And I didn't want to do it. Of course, like anything else, I had 3 different people pitch me on this, and I'm going to show you some information. Because 3 different people pitched me on this, and again, I've got to go back and say, and I'll show you in the slides, that a lot of people don't ask the right questions when they're starting a business. And right now, we're being invaded by a lot of incredible people, a lot of really good people, family people, or the dads, or the moms. A lot of really good people that are looking for answers in terms of an online business. Now, my wife and I, Jen and I, we buy products from a lot of companies, a lot of network marketing companies. And in the past, I've gotten started with companies because I thought the product would be a boom. And I thought it was the right time for the product. And again, like I said, we've always had success in this type of business because we're diligent. We know how to work. We've learned a lot in this space. But I've learned now that that's not the case, because it's really the model. Something I'm going to show you tonight. You're not going to be able to unsee it. All right. And I really want to say, so I was pitched, not that I was pitched. I had a friend of mine inbox me a 5 or 6 inch text thread about, you've got to see this. It's incredible. And he's a good guy. And I know what it's like to be on the other side of the invitation. So I said, you can send me the information about it. And he sent me this information. And I got to tell you, it got my attention right away. I didn't look at the compensation or the business model. I don't want to hear it. Because even to rewind, the last company I was involved with, I was kind of checked out of that for a while, because you've got to really believe in, if you're building a business, you've got to really believe that people can get started and do well. People can get started and make 500 a month, 500 a week, 1,000 a month, 1,000 a week, 5,000 a week, 5,000 a month. There's got to be room for growth, and they've got to be able to do it no matter where they're positioned in the business. And I've learned something about every business I've done, and every traditional network marketing model is it's the model that is so difficult. This is why the numbers are against most people. And I actually hate to even say that. I don't enjoy saying that because this industry has been so good to me. I've been good to it. It's been mean to me. I've been good to it, but it's true. And the reality is moving forward. And the reason I say we're consumers of a lot of products, but when you choose to take part in a business, it has to make sense. For example, we love pizza. Love it. My son loves it. I love it. But I'm not involved with a pizzeria. I love cookies. I don't own a cookie factory. I love gardening, and I do not own a garden center. So you can love products, and like every company I've ever been involved with, great products, great people, great products, great systems in place for the most part. So I was called on this Be Epic, and I was interested in the product. They said, lose weight while you sleep. Gut health. I lost my mom to cancer. I understand how important gut health is. And I don't really necessarily eat perfect or even close. I don't weigh my food. I don't count my calories. I know I should have more greens. We had a fettuccine Alfredo tonight, sauce earlier. That was just tremendous. So of course I'll want to cleanse myself while I sleep. Gut health, right? And it's not a weight loss. People are losing weight. I'm down like 10 pounds, but and I didn't do anything else. In fact, I might have been eating even worse due to this lockdown insanity pandemic we have going on. And so that's how it went. That's how so I was pitched. Then 3 days later, another guy sent me something. So I was definitely interested in the products. I was interested in the Elevate. I was interested in the Accelerate. And so then my friend Kathy inboxes me on Facebook. And she says, I just launched a new business. I said, what is it? She says, it's Be Epic. I says, no kidding. 2 other people pitched me on that. And she says, well, do you have time to talk on the phone? And I said, how old school is that? I says, yeah, why not? Here's my number. She gave me her number. We knew each other from different companies. We were in different lines. She's been very successful. So I said, what the hell, let me jump on. Also because, you want to keep these relationships open because I'm thinking maybe I can recruit her so into what I was doing. But I didn't realize that I actually did realize what I was doing wasn't really working. It's working for me, but it wasn't working for anyone on my team. So we got on the phone and she added me to a Facebook group. Now I want to show you a few things. I'm going to go through, I guess, like a slideshow here. And I want you to check this out, all right? Because this is important stuff, right? So this is Be Epic, right? And I get added to this page, and for some reason, and you can see this is on my phone. For some reason, on February 27th, I took a screenshot of this Facebook group, before I even joined it. See how it says it says join group or decline invite? And at the time, this is February 27th. So right now it's May 20th, I think, 2020, 25,000 members of this group. Now, it's not easy. It is not easy to build a Facebook group, particularly with a direct selling, network marketing type of a business where you're looking to sell a product. It's not an easy thing to do. People are getting invited every day. I get invited all the time to different stuff, and I don't always either see the invitation or do I accept it, right? So this was 25,000 members in the group. And now it's, this was just the other day. This is not even today. It's over 130,000, and it surpassed 100,000 people in 2.5 months on this group. So there's some things happening that I'm like, wow, what's going on? So I started looking at the page, and I started looking at some of these testimonials, and I was going through this stuff, and they were getting my attention, some of them, all right? And I don't have them all. They're popping up in the back, but there's a lot of testimony, and hopefully you've been on that page, right? So I want to illustrate something. A lot of things are popping up in the back, but there are see the amount of reactions there are here, like 550 reactions, 84 comments. This has 170 comments and 567. So you get the idea. It's a very active, very alive page. So that, again, it just really got my attention. You could see here, I mean, you have someone saying, yo, I lost 7 pounds since Tuesday from 260 to 253. And this is, you see almost 628 reactions and 79 comments. So there's a lot of action going on that page. It got my attention. It got my attention enough to say, All right, I'm in. So I sign up. All right, I signed up for $89 plus 20. I signed up for 120 bucks, 118 bucks. Right. So what happened was I started watching some of these videos. I watched the 9-minute compensation plan. I watched the attention leaders. I watched a 20-minute overview. Now, if you haven't seen these, I'm going to encourage you. If you're involved, no matter what you're involved, any networking company, watch this stuff because it's. And I can provide that for you, or whoever's watching, sharing this with you, can provide this information. Because especially for a seasoned networker, if you see what we all see and we realize, you're going to say, this is literally different than anything I've ever seen. Okay, so I'm going to get into that now. Now, this is just a text that was out or got on Facebook. This was the other day. So, launched in the USA in December of 19, like 6 months ago. All right. $250,000 in sales in January, $1 million in sales in February, $2.5 million in March, right? And then in the first 5 days of this month, they did $1 million, and I think they did another $1 million in the second 5 days. So, and we're talking about a company, and again, I'm not here to say, oh, this is the greatest company ever. That's not what I'm into. I'm not into like the whole hype. All right. At this point, it's about business. All right. But documentation beats conversation. This is what's happening right now. And so, there's a few questions that need to be asked. So what I did was I got started. So to be an independent distributor or a brand partner, I got started $89. It's $89 for 3 products. There's 2 in the Accelerate and 1 in the Elevate. Right. And then it's $20 one time. So I paid the 20 one time. And now I'm in. All right, I'm in. I get the products. And what's great is there's no startup packs. I've been in this industry a long time. There's always some kind of pack. You've got it. You ever notice that it's $200, but you really should pay $400 because if you pay $400, you're gonna start at a higher level. If you pay $600, you get it even cheaper. Or spend $999 and you can sell them to your friends and get your money back. That's just. I mean, that's old. I tell you honestly, it's old. It's boring. And no one wants to hear it, and I don't want to say it. So I'm glad to say that there's no startup packs. It's $89. All right. So here's a fact, and retail sales. All right. Now, if you're involved, if you're looking to get involved in a business, and I was speaking to a gentleman the other day. He just asked the greatest questions, and he goes, "How about retail? Can people make money just from selling the product without building a team?" And I'm like, "Did you watch these videos already? Did you know that? Did you know this?" So this is incredible, and I've never seen anything like this mathematically. I just haven't because it doesn't exist that I know of, right? So retail sales. Now, listen, if you're watching this right now, once I come back, if you want to share any information about retail sales and how you've done with it or something about the product too, that would be just great if you'd like to share, right? So retail sales is great because there's no push to become like, well, you really should be an affiliate, all right? Just be a customer. Try these products. If you want to lose weight while you sleep, if you want to sleep better, if you want to have better energy, if you want to sleep deep and just clean out your insides, I mean, the testimonies are crazy. You got to go to that page, right? And so retail sales goes like this. It's $99 for the same thing I paid $89 for. I paid $89 to be an affiliate, right? All right, but it's $99 for people. So it's $99 for the 3 products. 2 are in Elevate. I'm sorry, 2 are in Accelerate, and 1 is in Elevate. Month supply, right? And you make $50. So every time you sell one of these, you make $50. And this is great, particularly because people are getting started for $89, and they're getting their money back. They're making their ROI in like a day. People are posting on Instagram stories, Facebook stories, and like people want to lose weight while they sleep. Apparently, I mean that's what I like. That's what got my attention. Lose weight while you sleep. No, I'm out on that. I don't want to. I want to gain weight while I sleep. I don't want to clean out my intestines. I want to. It's silly and it's obvious. And these are really when you start realizing it's like high quality stuff, right? So this is a big deal. Retail sales. All right. So does retail sales work? Well, check this out. Let me go back a second. Does retail sales work? Let me go into this. All right. And I want to show you this slide. I kind of ran through it. Does retail sales work? And these people are involved in like these are just some people from the last month or 2. All right. Now, when it says 1K, that means how much money they've made. That's like 1,000. 2,000, 3,000. All right, it's not 1K like I sold 1,000 points in business volume and I made $100. This is when it says 1K, 2K, 3K, 4K. That's the amount of money people are making. They're making it from the retail sales. That's an enormous thing. I've never seen it. In the past, what we would do, we show the plan and be like, retail sales. We skip right through it. But this is something that I want to kind of harp on. I'm those 3K, 4K. My buddy there, 6K. He just hit 7K. I want to show you that too. 4K, right? 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000. Kristen with the lifestyle bonus just went platinum. All right, part of our team. And so I have to show my buddy Bradley again because just today we had to post this again. Look at all these ranks he went through. Right? They're not ranks. Look, these amounts of money he's gone through. I was joking. I says I'm getting blisters from posting his results all the time on Facebook. Right? 7K. All right, $7,000 he's made in under 70 days. Right? Online. No one's leaving their house. All right. See that 7K, $7,000. Very, very happy to have met him. And guess what? I'm gonna tell you something. I've never in my career had so many people in my team in both legs literally make more money than I've already made in this in any business. So retail is the key, guys. All right. So let me tell you about this because this is. And please pay attention to this or don't. But this is the real deal here, guys. This is a lifestyle 5x5 bonus, $700. What does that mean? See this $700? This is paid out residually. Now let me show you something. That's called a leadership bonus. We call it a duplication bonus. All right? Show you how this works, guys. It's paid out monthly residually. You ever hear that in every network marketing, webcast? Residual income, right? This is what's creating incredible retention. All of the things, the low barrier of entry, the retail sales, but this thing right here. You may want to watch this a couple times or watch that 9-minute video because you don't want to be spinning your wheels. Now, another thing is how do you do training? You do training basically with one slide, all right? So here's what happens. Does this not happen? You're doing it right now. You invite someone to this Facebook page. This is kind of how we do it. We invite people to this 100% Epic page. We click invite. We say their name, we ATM them, we ad tag message them, or app tag message them, which is something that's cutting edge that I'm not going to get into now. It's crazy. And they take a look. Then the next step is that we bring them and they want to get on a Zoom or a thing like this. They get on a Facebook Live, they get on a Zoom, they get on a three-way call. They want to know, I'm really interested in this business, right? Now, this gentleman, let's just say he's a family man. He's a dad. He's got 3 kids. He's got aging parents, growing kids. Has uncertainty. He wants to get into a business, and he's asking the right questions. He's asking how much to get started, and I tell him it's $89. Well, do you have a pack or something? No, it's $89. It is a one-time $20 thing as well. So it's $89 plus $20 one time. Okay, great. Well, how much is it monthly? What's the order ship? What's your overhead? What's your cost of doing business? It's $89. So that's the cost. And that's it, right? So that's unprecedented in this space. It's usually $500 and $150 a month. Is it not? I mean, am I missing something? That's what it usually is, right? And I don't even have to ask you that. I know that. I've been doing this a long time, all right? So the next thing is, here's the questions no one asks. And I think part of the title of this was, what questions do you really need to ask, all right? How do I break even residually monthly? You ever notice with every opportunity overview, whatever that's talking about residual income? You have residual bills. You may as well have residual income. But how come 90% of people aren't making residual income? I can tell you why. If you want, I have other videos that really take a deep dive mathematically into why, the last 2 businesses I was in particularly, even to break even, just to break even, residual, this number was 45. I was in a company 2 years ago. Great people, great products, great everything, great. Bad model. It's a bad model. The reason that the model is bad is because you needed 45 people spending $150 a month in order for you to make $150 a month. So what that means is you needed all these people to be spending $150, not making money in order for you to break even. My last company it was even higher. It was $160 a month, and you needed 38 people spending $160 a month in order to break even. It's a totally different game here, guys, and this is why I'm doing the business. Otherwise, I would just do the products. That's it. Okay. Next question is going to be, well, how can I make $500 a month residually? I mean, don't we always say that? Like that the pitch is kind of like, hey, if I can show you a way to make $500 a month outside of what you're currently doing part-time, would you be open to hearing about it? And most people say, yeah, actually, I would be open to hearing about it, right? People do say that, right? But can they actually do it, right? So how do you teach people that? Here's the slide, guys. I'm telling you, and for the folks that are watching, this is what's happening, man. All right, so let's check it out. So he gets in and he enrolls 2 people, right? He invites people to the page. They get on a Zoom and they enroll. He enrolls 2 personal people at $89 a piece, all right? And what do? Now they do the same thing. We teach them to do the same thing. So he enrolls 2, and those folks enroll 2. And when that happens, he gets a 2x2 residual income of $100. So he's paying under $100 a month. And now just by doing this, he's making $100 a month residually. I mean, is that, see, when I saw that, I said, wait a second, time out a second, right? And listen, guys, it still has the binary, it's got the check match, it's got all the bells and whistles, everything else. But the retail and this, now watch this. So let's just say this is month number 1. Month number 2, he says, what do I do next? Well, just, I don't know, you have anyone else you want to invite? We invite people to the page, we invite people to the stuff, 3-way calls, whatever else. And when this person gets in, your third person gets in, and they enroll 3 people, right? They enroll 3, and everyone else just gets 1. Now you're making $300 a month residual. This is recurring. Like, you know, like your cell phone bills residual? That's residual, right? Check that out. So what do I do the next month? Vin, or whomever, or team, and we're coaching everybody all the time, right? We have trainings and Facebook Messenger. It's awesome, right? So what do I do next? Well, I don't know. Just do the same thing you just did. He enrolls another person, and this person gets 4, and everyone else gets 1 more person, right? Now you're making $500 a month. So people ask, how do I make $500 a month? You enroll 4 people, and they enroll 4 people, and you make $500 a month. Residual. In addition to binary, in addition to retail, in addition to, you know, first start bonuses, when people enroll for the first time, there's a $35 bonus as well. So the money is just there. It's inexpensive to run this business, and it's just right out of the gate. I mean, the most important people are the newest people in the business. We always say that. If you ever been involved in networking, they say the new blood is the lifeblood of your business. Yeah, it is. We want people to make their money back in a day, 2 days, a week. We want them making residual income, all right? And so the next thing is, well, what do I do next? Well, do it again, all right? You do that, and new person gets started. They enroll 5 people. Everyone else enrolls 1 person, and you are now making $700 a month residual income. Residual. If you've done this with any other network marketing plan, and I'm not disparaging, I'm just saying that you'd be behind the 8 ball with this model that you just, now this, a part-time person can do this. Who can do this, honestly? Do you think you can do that? Like, smash the heart button if you think that you can do this. Okay, if you think that you can do this, then this is for you. I mean, if you listen, this is it's happening. I've never had so many people in a team with such success. And look, I want to talk about this because this is real. And then I'm just going to come off and kind of chat with you all. And if you have any questions, you put them in the comments if you want, right? But right now, like this guy here and everyone involved, you know, I've been in businesses where they say, you know, you got to find new people or find better people. What about the people that are involved in the team? Like, what's wrong with those people? They're not prolific networkers. They're not these cutting edge salespeople with Rolodexes. I mean, let's just be real. The business is actually for everybody, and it should be for everybody. And we have a system that is for everybody. I mean, the market demand for this is through the roof, so you have that on your side, right? And so this is what's going on right now. All right. And I don't want to like get into gloom and doom, but you know what stuff's going on right now. The economic impact of what's going on right now could permanently change the economy. People need to have a plan B. And, you know, I mean, look, 33 million Americans have filed for unemployment. How many people are driving Uber that aren't? All right. You think they're driving Uber not to have strangers come in their car. They're doing it for a few $100s a month or a week. That's what this is about. All right. And so this is why I do what I do. This is the crew, right? Just look at these. I'm so grateful for my family. This is us, right? And you ever hear that they get big so fast? All right, they do. They get big really, really quickly, and I love them more than anything in the world, and I'll do anything for them. And this is why I'm doing this right now. And the reason I really do this, I'm taking part in this business. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not really crushing it right now. Normally, I come out and I just crush it. I just do. But people on my team are people, and that's actually more important. Not to be like, oh, what a nice guy. He wants his team to do well. Yeah, I do. Of course I do. But in addition to that, if your team's doing well, you have a good business. If you have a team in networking and your team is struggling a lot, your business has the virus. Let's just be real here. If you have more people on your team spending more money every month than they're making, it doesn't matter this is why there's been so many situations with companies, great products, great branding, great everything, great people, great presentations, and they go up like this and they plateau. And a lot of times you think about it, right? We've seen the coffee and the juice and the gel and the oils and the travels and all good stuff. Well, I mean, the products were great enough to do that well then. Why don't they continue to do well? Because of the model. Because of their, independent contractors can't break even. Because 90% of the people get started to do it part-time. 90% of the people enroll like 4 or 5 or 6 people, right? They get 4 or 5 customers. The difference is when you have 4 or 5 customers and you do well like this, and you're able to enroll 4 or 5 people that are able to do the same thing, that's the tip. That's the beginning, all right? So I just want to say that, what's happening now and why we're here is people have a lot of uncertainty, and we got something that's truly unique. I did a call the other night, and I spoke to. It's funny because I spoke to a couple of people that looked through all the information. Right? They wanted the products, but they looked through. Once they looked through the information, like people that understand networking or understand what it's like to have a team that like is struggling all the time, or then you have the the network marketing elites that have frontline. They have the multiple 6-figure earners, and they just say you got to find new people. I mean, I've seen it. I've seen it in my last company. There are people that get these really good deals. They get other leaders placed to them. Unfortunately, that happened for me. They get leaders, they stack leaders, and it is what it is. I mean, that's how companies are able to build and go. But here, there's no BS, and this is what I like. There's no BS. I have another online business that I'm working on, and that's something I started working on while I was in my other company, because I just stopped recruiting. Here, I want to tell everybody. So let me go ahead through the comments and bring some people on and say, so Ellen is rocking it out, all right? 50% retail on every order. That's awesome. Isn't it, though? People are winning, all right? I'm saying people are winning. Let me go through the comments, all right? Hey, Dawn, how's it going? I want to say hello. So Dawn Felton saying, it's awesome. I made my money back in a day. All right. I mean, how cool is that, right? Let's see. Wow. So Dean is saying, shout out to Denise for hitting $1,000 today. I'm sorry, 1,000K today. 1K, $1,000 she's made today. How long is she in? I'm curious. How long was she even involved in this incredible business model? All right. Who else do we have? All right, Allison's giving Denise a woohoo. Got a woohoo, you go, girl. Listen, by the way, if you're a male watching this, you got to get your act together, myself included. The boss babes are totally dominating. The chicks are really doing it, right? They really are crushing it. And by the way, if you're following this and you're a friend of mine and you're a chick, let me send you some information because, or if you maybe know some other boss babes, because they're really crushing it here, right? So Deneen is watching. Let's go through some of the comments. We got a hell yeah. I mean, Alan's giving us a hell yeah, right? So look at this. So Dawn saying, signed up my first person today. I'm under a week. In under a week. That is incredible. So Lisa says, I joined up without even trying the product, just by watching the testimonials. Me too. I mean, I didn't, I says, look, I says this: they didn't set up a Facebook group with 100,000 people and say, "Hey, everybody, come in here and put testimonials down because there's this guy Vin. We want to sell him $89 worth of capsules. So let's all get together and make a Facebook." We know it. People aren't doing this; they're doing it because it's working, right? So how long? All right, very good stuff. I should have sent this out for some folks to jump on. I did send it in text for some folks, so feel free to tag some folks. Hope you got some value out of tonight. I'm just really excited about the future. Saturday is we have a virtual event. We're going to have Eric Thomas. If you've never listened to him, I haven't followed him that much, but I have heard him and I've listened to him quite a bit. And he's badass, man. So he's going to be speaking at this online event. We have the legendary Les Brown will be speaking at this event, this virtual event on Saturday, the 23rd. It was $25, and then a bunch of diamonds. I mean, they're breaking diamonds that they're just popping like popcorn because of the retention. I mean, and it doesn't. No matter what business it is, if you have a clothing store or a pizzeria, whatever it is, you want to acquire a customer and retain the customer, right? Retention is key when people are getting signed up. They're getting started. Michelle Porter says, "Signed up my second today." Boom! That's a team player. Michelle's a team player. When you get started, you've got to get 2 or we're kicking you out. No, when you get your 2 and then you're halfway there to 2 by 2, having that residual income coming in, right? That's incredible stuff. And Dean is saying, great job, Michelle Cernos Porter, all right? So we got some more comments. Thank you, Lisa Gunn, for trusting me, all right? It's funny. Some friends will trust you, and then you'll have like a really good, tight friend, someone who you can call in the middle of the night, and they'll be there if you have a flat, and you say, "Listen, I'd like to show you this and share these with you." They're like, "Okay, I just want to do my research, and I've got to get my Bunsen burner out, and I have a lab coat. I'm going to test these products." But why is that? You've noticed that? So my third live today, by the way, if you're watching this and you haven't been following Deneen Torgensen, you're really doing great. Very authentic, very great knowledge of the products. I've got to get you on here. You've got to. Would you come on with me one night here? I need to have you on. I think I'm getting choppy, so let me call it. Otherwise, I can keep doing the comments all night. Yep, that's us. that's us, right? I know, right? And so, all right. Well, hey, I want to say thank you all for coming on. I'm going to go over in the next room, and I know I really shouldn't eat cookies and stuff. But I'm gonna because I have the Accelerate and it's all good. I like to do my working out. It's all good, you know. Jen thinks I'm sexy enough. It doesn't matter if I'm not on the cover of Men's Health and Fitness this week. So it's all good. All right. Hey, Team Gang friends, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you guys at the top. Let's go do it.